Okay, student, today we'll discuss our next topic, that is conservation methods. We have already discussed what is conservation and different organization related to the conservation of natural resources. Today we will go to conservation methods. What are the basic methods to conserve the resources? That means if we think about conservation, conservation cannot be happen itself. We have to use some method, use some process through which we can conserve the natural resources. Here we have some methods. That means basically 8 methods are there given in your book. So this method we will discuss one by one. This is the first method. First method, search for alternatives. Here search for alternative means we are using the natural resources, we are using the renewable resources. Basically we are using the renewable resources in very rapid rate. We are using it, but we are using it, and also we need to search the alternative of this resources. Like coal and petroleum we are using as a source of energy. In spite of coal and energy, if we should search for the alternative. What alternative we can use in spite of coal and petroleum? Because coal and petroleum is a renewable resource. If it's finished, its stock is finished from this earth, that means it will finish from our earth. We will not be able to renew it. So for in spite of this coal and petroleum, what type of energy we can use for our development purposes? This is search for alternative. We are using the resources. When we are using these resources, we have to search for alternatives. Like in spite of coal and petroleum as an energy, we can use solar energy, we can use thermal energy, we can use tidal energy. These are the search for alternatives. These are the alternative use of natural resources. So this first method we should use for conservation of natural resources. Some other example, cotton we are using. In spite of cotton, we can use artificial cotton, what is called artificial fiber. Cotton is a fiber. In spite of natural cotton, we can use artificial fiber. In spite of fertilizer, chemical fertilizer, we can use you can use bio fertilizer. These are the search for alternatives. This is the first option, the first method of conservation of natural resources. The second one, you see, the innovation. Second one, it is innovation. With the help of knowledge, with the expansion of education, expansion of knowledge, expansion of technology, we should innovate. We should create new substances from existing resources. Like one example, simple example I can give. China, one of the most technically developed countries of the world, they have developed artificial sun. Artificial sun. It is an innovation. With the expansion of knowledge, with the expansion of their technology, they have developed artificial sun. If this sun, this natural sun, the natural star from where we are getting the energy, if it's finished from this earth, if it is extinct from this earth, then they will use this artificial sun. So using this artificial sun, also they can run their development. This is called innovation. With the expansion of knowledge, with the expansion of education, with the expansion of technology, human being always should try to innovate, try to create new things from existing resources. Okay, so this is called innovation. They have made this sun from the hydrogen. So hydrogen is present in the earth. So using this hydrogen, they have made this artificial sun. This is called innovation. Innovation is one of the important methods of conservation. That means if we use more usable things, if we develop more usable things which are present today, then it will be beneficial for the human being, and the resources which are present in the earth, it will last long. It will stay in the earth very longer time. So this is innovation. Okay, understood? The next point, next method is recycle. Everyone knows about recycle. Recycle means whatever resources we are using, we should, if it's possible, we should recycle it. We should reuse it. Reuse, how we can reuse? Like a plastic bag. it is not one time use. We can use it thrice, you use it 4 times, we can use it multiple times. So this polythene bag we can recycle it. If we use one time and throw it, then it utility the usability has finished. That means we need a new polythene bag. If we need new polythene bag, we have to use more raw materials to creating this new bag. In spite of doing that, we can use this polythene bag multiple times. Then it will help to conserve the natural resources. That means if we using 3-4 times or multiple times, that we need not to use raw material for producing that substance again. Okay, like plastic bottle for the juice bottle like slice maza and all, we can use it for drinking for as a drinking water bottle. Okay, we can use it, as well as we can use it for another purpose also. So this is called recycle. We have to use it multiple times, then it is called as recycle. Next is waste control. You see, waste control. When we are producing the other substances, when we are using the natural resources, like when we are using coal, petroleum as a source of energy, then we are like wasting some of the amount. We are wasting, like when we are making the paper, we are using wood or we are using bamboo. So we are wasting some of the products, some of the amount. So we should control that wastage of that amount. Okay, we should minimize the wastage, as well as we should use this waste material for another purpose, for another industry. For bamboo industry, like paper industry, we are wasting bamboos, some amount of bamboos. We can use this bamboo for another purpose, for making another substances. Also, we can reduce the waste. This is called waste control. By controlling the waste, we can use it for longer time. Okay, the resource we can use for longer time, as well as from controlling waste, we can increase the utilization of that bamboo. Okay, that means we should stop wastage. This is waste control. Next is expansion of knowledge and education. This is very important thing. Expansion of knowledge and education. That means to proper utilize the natural resources. We have to increase the expand the knowledge of human being. We should expand the education of human being, as well as we should create awareness through which we can control the wastage, create new thing. This type of knowledge and awareness we should expand to conserve the natural resources. These are conservation methods. If you know how to control the wastage, if you know what is the uses of waste materials, how we can use this waste material, then the resource will sustain long time, and it will give more benefits to us, for the human being. This is expansion of knowledge. So expansion of knowledge and education, one of the important thing. We should create awareness, we should expand the knowledge of human being, not to waste the material or utilizing the waste product for another purpose. This type of knowledge we should expand, then only resource can be conserved. This is one of the methods. Next one, see, I hope you have understood this point, this method. Next is method number 6, the execution of conservation related acts. This is very important task. It is basically done by the government. Whatever conservation related acts are prepared by the government have prepared so many conservation related acts. This act should be executed properly. The execution should done properly. Otherwise, we cannot conserve the natural resources. We cannot control the wastage of resources or damages of resources. So all the acts and all the rules and regulations which have prepared by the government to conserve the natural resources, so that should be properly utilized, properly executed. Then only the resource can be conserved. Like simple example, poaching in the national parks is prohibited. strictly prohibited, but it is still going on in Assam. You can see one horn rhino. It is every day it is killed by the thief, killed by the poachers. So government is not taking care of this. Government should execute properly the acts of prohibition, acts of wildlife, killing of wildlife. This act should be properly utilized, properly executed by the government. Then only the rhinos can be conserved. This is one type of important methods to conservation of resources. Execution of conservation related acts. Any kind of acts which related to conservation should be executed properly by the government as well as local masses. Next method, the proper assessment of resource reserve. The proper assessment of resource reserve is very important, because how many resource, how much amount of resource is present in the earth. It should be properly assessed, properly evaluated. Then only we can run our development for our future. Without knowledge how much resource is present in our hand, we cannot cannot make plan for the future. Like if you have 100 rupees, then only for tomorrow you can make the plan for 100 rupees. If you have 1000 rupees, you can make plan for 1000 rupees. But if you have 100 rupees but you make plan for 2000 rupees, it will give you a negative impacts, negative budget. So okay, so you see, so proper assessment of current resource available in the earth or in the area should be utilized. Then only we can make the proper plan for the future. This is proper assessment of resource reserve, how much reserve we have not today. Okay, next see assessment of future requirements of resources. It is related to the point number 7. See, assessment of the future requirement. We have to assess the present, how much amount is present in the earth, as well as we have to assess how much we need for the future. We have 100 rupees, but we need tomorrow we need 1000 rupees. So we have to assess how much requirements are there in near future. This one is also very important for the development of human being. That means we human being cannot live without using the natural resources. It's simple thing. Without using of natural resources, we human being cannot survive in this earth. But we have to utilize. You have to utilize in a proper way. As much as we need, we have to utilize. We should not utilize more. We should not utilize whatever we don't need. We should not utilize that much. We have to utilize in a limit, so that it can sustain long. The resource can sustain long. So the assessment is also very important for the future. How much resource we need in near future, that assessment is also very important. It gives a positive planning for the government, as well as positive planning for the resource utilizer who is utilizing the resources. Okay, this was the basic methods for conservation of natural resources. Okay, see, again I am telling you, search for alternatives. You can say like solar energy as a alternatives of coal and petroleum, tidal energy as a coal and petroleum, artificial fiber in spite of like cotton fiber. These are source of alternative. We are using the resources, we are like searching for the next one. Innovation, the creation of new things. Waste control, we have to control the waste. We have to use the waste material for other purpose. Expansion of knowledge, awareness is very important. Knowledge is very important. Education is very important. That how we can utilize these natural resources in a proper way, in a what is called it is called very good way. So expansion of knowledge is very important. Execution of proper planning, proper conservation related acts. Whatever rules and regulation is given by the government, we should execute it properly. Otherwise we cannot conserve the natural resources. I have given the example as a one-horn rhino poaching in Kaziranga. Okay, proper assessment of resource reserve. How much resource, how much amount of resource is present in this earth. It is proper execution of resources. Proper resource reserve, assessment of resource reserve. Assessment of future requirement. So how much resource will be needed in near future, this is also very important. Okay, this was the topic for today. If you have any confusion, anything, you can ask me directly in my WhatsApp number. Okay, we'll finish for today. Next class we will go to the question answer. Okay, thank you.